I'm the evaluator for NCR speech.
Yeah. Vidushi is topic
TTM.
master, so GE and Hungarian roles are GE. Hungarian. I'm
I have taken Gremlin 5 or 6 times. Okay, I'll take it this.
Hi Puneet.
Rashmi was criminal.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
No, she said that she'll be joining virtually or she's not joining at all.
11:55.
Acha, she won't join.
Let's get started.
Ah,
TTM meets Vidushi.
yeah, TTM.
Madan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's get started the meeting with a huge round of applause. I'm very delighted to announce you that today we have the first meeting of this session 2024-25. And I'm the Sergeant at Arms, and I welcome you all to the 428th meeting of Eloquent Toastmaster Club. We have three rules for this club, that is mission, rules, and passion. Mission of our club is to provide a supportive and learning environment so that members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, learning, and resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The Toastmaster meeting has MRP, and the second one is the rules. So I request you all to please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent phone. I have 20 seconds to check. As a Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. And the third is that please do not cross talk. For online audience, please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking and turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. And I also encourage the virtual audience to please switch on their camera and show their lovely faces.
We also have lovely faces.
Everyone
Yes.
can see you through this camera.
Grammarian.
Hi, Savan. I will.
Shravan, would you like to take grammarian role?
I would just like to be a part of this meeting. I am not prepared at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
No way.
I'll take that one.
And the third is the passion. And the eloquent is the consecutive president distribution club. And we salute the blood and sweat of the members and AC who have worked tirelessly to make this happen. With this, I'll hand over the virtual stage, physical stage to the presiding officer, to the Toastmaster Komal.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and our lovely guest. Welcome you all to our 428th meeting of Eloquent Toastmaster Club. And today we have a special theme which is all about relationship. So we will go deeply about the relationship. But before that, I would like to acknowledge our guest. So we are joined by, what's your name?
Rahul.
Rahul. So could you please come here and introduce and like how you come to know about our club? Hi, Rahul.
Hi all, my name is Rahul. I know about this club from my colleague Dipanshu. He's also running a Toastmaster in Dwarka. So I know about different things like you guys doing some community services, meeting other clubs, competing with them also. So I like to join this. Currently, I am a business analyst in a SaaS company and handling some international clients. I have done my PGPM from Big Five Business School.
Thank you for joining and looking forward to have you in our club as well. So we have two more other guests. What's your name? Anubhav. Anubhav, please come here and.
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to come here to join with you all. So let's start with this. Yes, good morning. And my name is Anubhav and I am from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Currently, I am working in Maruti Suzuki India Limited. And there I am a purchasing engineer there. And now let's come to how I know about that there is something big is ongoing in Gurgaon, like your kind also. So basically, I was posted in Bangalore at that time. So I was in the flight. So one of the person who was just beside at me and was having very good communication skill at that time. So I just, uh, I mean, just start my talk to him. So I got to know that there is one club is here. I can't remember his name because he was in the some other city toastmaster in this club. So I asked about that. I also want to join this club. So where I can I have to approach. So he was the person who shared in their link. So he told me that you should join, you should go, but it will take around 6 to 7 months to come here. I don't know why. So this was the reason to come here. I'm very happy to join with you all. So I think we will go with the good journey.
Thank you so much, Anubhav, and we are delighted to have you here in our meeting. We have any other guest? We are joined by Puneet. Puneet, could you unmute yourself as you are always also a Toastmaster? So could you please unmute yourself and brief about yourself?
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Puneet. I am part of Infosys Mohali Toastmasters Club Division J, and in last year I have served as Division J director. So my term ended in 30th June. So now I am relaxed, and it is a Saturday morning. So I was just scrolling and I thought let's join and learn something new from you all. So that's it. That's why I am here. All the best.
Thank you so much, Puneet, for joining in our club and looking forward to learn from you as well. Any other guests do we have? Okay, Himanshu, yes.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Himanshu Agrawal, and it's been a couple of times that I have been already in this meeting. I am currently working as a senior associate in the investment banking division of a company. And to be honest, I don't really remember how I got to know about Toastmasters because it was a couple of years back. But after getting to know, I watched the video on the YouTube of Dhananjay of his Toastmasters speech. So that really inspired me. And since then, I knew that someday I would be surely wanting to join this club, and that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you so much to guest Himanshu for joining in. And now I would like to put myself another shoes of Toastmaster of the day today. And let's welcome you all to the another exciting meeting of Eloquent Toastmaster Club. And I'm thrilled to be a part of Toastmaster of the day today in front of such an incredible audience. I still remember my birthday in 2021. I was battling with COVID-19 and I was lying down in the bed of hospital crying, and I was not allowed even to meet my parents and family members. On that day, I realized that how our special day could be worse without of our loved ones. Have you ever imagined that you are celebrating your big day without your family and your friends? Or on the other hand, if you are going through a very tough time, heartbreak, and nobody is around you to share your emotion with, how would you feel? Isn't it? Don't you feel that life is impossible and tough without our loved ones and our family members. So welcome you all to the another thought-provoking and insightful session where we will all discuss about the relationship and how it has impact in our life and our overall well-being. But before going deeper into it, I would like to ask you from all that what does the relationship mean to you? Anybody?
Relationship, in my opinion, it is more about, strength.
Strength.
Yeah. So I was discussing even with my wife the other day about it. When it comes to relationship, there are few people in our lives, right? Maybe whenever you are in a tough situation or when you are down in your life, obviously there are circumstances that probably they won't be able to help you, but only their presence gives you strength, right? No matter what the situation is, you are in a hospital bed and only the doctor can cure the disease or everything, but if your loved one are right beside your bed, you get a willpower, and that's according to me what a relationship is.
Anybody else who would like to share what does the meaning in your life? Anybody? Relationship.
I can go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm a kind of a person who actually strives and thrives on human connections and on relationships. So for me, I would say that relationships is something where I can have my own comfort in front of those people, as well as if they give me enough space or freedom to enjoy myself as well. So I think having a fine balance of comfort, yet having the liberty to do the things you would wish to do. I think that is the essence of relationships in my life. And as I mentioned, I'm someone who always have strived and thrived on relationships and on human connection. So, like for me, it is the most significant part of my life, and I would say that is how I have always cherished my emotional connection. That is how I live my life as well. Thank you.
And share it with me. Anybody else who would like to share your point and add anything else? But,
For me, I think moral support, love, caring in a relationship is much more important. What Bhavesh told that, yes, is totally agree with that. That sometimes we talk with the loved one without any second thought that what she will thought, what he will talk about what I just said. Because I can talk freely what I have wanted to express my feelings. So sometimes when we are with stranger, we have to think twice that if I said something wrong, he might be thinking wrong about me. But for the loved one, when we talk with them, we never thought a second thought that if we feel anything, we just express our feelings. That's I feel that for your relationships, that's moral support, caring, and the comfort which we generally use, we have from it. That's what's more important.
yes, being vulnerable. Anybody else from online audience would like to share any thought about relationship? Puneet or Vidushi, would you like to share anything?
Sure, Komal. Hi, everyone. So, for me, I think relationships are having people around you who make you a better person, from whom we can learn, we can share our things. So, yeah, that's about relationship.
Yes, yes, thank you. So as everybody shared, a relationship gives us strength, gives us comfort, and we, in front of our family members and whom we are connected, we become very vulnerable and we try to expose ourselves. Anyway, we don't feel that and we don't become a conscious. So that's all about relationship. Now let's take a pause for a moment, and I would like to share with you the agenda of the meeting for the benefit of guests. For the benefit of our guests, our meeting is divided into three sections. The first section is prepared speech section, where our prepared speech come on the stage and deliver their speech. So the timing is 5 to 7 minutes, and for icebreaker speech, the timing is 4 to 6 6 minutes. And the second section of the meeting is table topic section, where we will practice impromptu speaking. And the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. And the best part is guests can also participate in this section. The third section, which is the very crucial part of the meeting, where the general evaluator will provide you the constructive feedback, which will help you in the future to grow as a speaker. So now put your hands together to welcome our general evaluator, who is Toastmaster Anurag.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It's really a privilege to play the role of general evaluator today. Just a disclaimer, I am playing this role very first time and I have been just asked a couple of minutes before to play this role. So bear with me and a little bit more patient. The role of general evaluator is very important to ensure the quality and effectiveness of overall meeting. Because we are not just here to speak, we are here to learn, to grow, and to evolve as a competent speaker. In the words of J. Miller, communication, the human connection, helps us to grow and to develop. And we, as a Toastmaster, we embody the same principle in our club to help each and everyone to nurture our growth and development in this journey of speaking. So in this overall role of as a general evaluator, I have a team which will help me to basically evaluate the different constructs of the meeting. So I would like to call one by one on stage my tag team, and I would request them to give the little bit brief about your role and what you are going to do into it. First of all, I would like to call on the stage our timer of the day, Toastmaster Pratik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. We all grew up hearing this proverbs, right? Time is money, timing is important. And it is said that in life, sometimes if you are at the right place at the right time, your life may change completely. So same way, the different part of the meeting I will be timing all of those, and for at different steps, I will be signaling the speaker about the approaching time. So for the prepared speeches section, we have two amazing speeches today. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will be displaying the green card. At 6 minutes, I will be displaying the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will be displaying the red card. And for the table topic section, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will show the red card. The thing is, for prepared speeches section, there is a 30-second limit, extra limit on the upper and lower side. But for the table topic section, the limit for the 30 second is only on the upper side, which means you may speak till 2 minutes 30 seconds, but it is requested to stay at the topic for minimum of 1 minute. For the evaluation part, for speech evaluators and other evaluators, the timing would be 3 minutes, where at 2 minutes I will be showing the green card, 2 minutes 30 seconds I will be showing the yellow card, and at 3 minutes I will be displaying the red card. And I will be presenting my report at the end of the session when called upon by Mr. General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik, for detailing in detail, because we have a lot of guests today who might be hearing the overall structure very first time. Now I would like to call the second person of the tag team, the counter, Toastmaster Harsh. Please put your hands together. So if it's difficult to move here, you can carry on from there itself.
So hello to dear Toastmasters and guests. I'll be playing the role of our counter today. And the role as an our counter is to observe the filler words like and the usage of other words. Sorry, these are filler sounds. The words are like, so, but, these kind of words which we repeatedly use and which does not add meaning to our speeches. or whatever we are talking. So I'll be taking note of these words whenever people come on stage, whenever they're giving speeches or otherwise speaking on stage. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be presenting my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kash. And I would like to reiterate the role of a toast counter is very difficult because you have to be engrossed and focused throughout the whole session. Only then you would be able to keep note of all those, words and filler words that he has just highlighted. Now, let me call on stage our third member of the tag team, Toastmaster Vishal, as a grammarian. Welcome, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. So, before talking about what my role is, I think all of you would have seen Three Idiots movie, and all of you would have remembered the Chatur speech as well, very popular one from that movie. So, if Chatur had a grammarian with him, he would not have made that blunder which he did. So that's why the role of grammarian is so important in our life. So as grammarian of the day, I'll be keeping a check on the usage of grammar in terms of what are the good words we are using, what are the not so good words we are using, and how can we improve them. As the grammarian of the day, my role, like my responsibility, is also to introduce the word of the day. So let me just write it, and I want all of you to come up with the pronunciation that you would have heard over the years of this word. So yeah, how do you pronounce this word?
Rendezvous.
Okay. Anyone else? Is it the correct pronunciation?
So that is for, yeah, rendezvous.
Okay. Any other takers? Yes. Okay. Any other takers?
It's good to be little different.
Anything else? Okay, so the pronunciation is correct. It's called rendezvous. The meaning of the word is a meeting planned at a certain time. And the reason it's so ingrained in my memory is because I remember probably in 2000s or maybe like in early 2011 or maybe before that, there used to be a program called Rendezvous with Simi Grewal. So, I mean, yeah, that's how this word is ingrained in my memory. So it's the meaning is a meeting planned at a certain time. The usage of this word is that ETC use India Accelerator for its weekly rendezvous. So that's how we can use. Also, as the grammarian, I have to introduce the phrase of the day. So the phrase of the day for today is break a leg. Now, whenever we wish good luck to someone, like good luck or best of luck are very common thing. But we also, tell them that break a leg as a gesture to motivate them or wish them good luck. The origin of this word kind of goes back to theater. In 1800 centuries, whenever artists used to go on the stage, it is used to believe that whatever you will say, the opposite will happen. So by saying that break a leg, you are actually wishing good luck to that person. So I would encourage all of you to use these two words, rendezvous and the phrase of the day, which is break a leg, in your speech. And in Toastmaster, whenever anyone uses these words of phrase of the day, we give them a thumbs up like this. Okay. So I would be presenting my report at the end when called upon by the general evaluator, Toastmaster. Back to you.
Thank you, the grammarian of the day, and for giving us a beautiful analogy from the movie to clearly showing the essence of the grammarian role over here. And this word is basically reminding me when I started learning the book, the word memory from Norman Lewis. I might have heard about it. I learned it from there. With this, I would like to hand over the stage back to team out of the day for the rest of the proceeding. Bookmaster.
Yes.
Sorry, Bookmaster, please come to the stage.
Every time we leave the chair, it gets occupied.
No one is ready to leave the chair.
It's a good problem to have. So very good morning, everyone. Don't worry, I'm not going to evaluate any aspect of the meeting. I am the bookmaster of the day, and as bookmaster of the day, I'll be sharing a summary of a beautiful book with all of you. And today I have chosen a book which has been written by a successful entrepreneur. So I'll be sharing the summary of that book. And when I'll be called upon by the general evaluator, please do tell me break the leg, and I'll do that.
Thank you. Bookmaster is basically the new section that we have introduced in our regular meetings. Now with this, I would like to hand over the stage back to team out of the day. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator and our tag team for sharing wonderfully all the evaluation rules. Now I would like to welcome a few guests who have joined us recently now. And today we are very happy to see so many guests. So I would like to invite you and share a brief about you and how you come to know about our club.
Hello everyone, my name is Puneet Mohan. So I was being told by Toastmaster Puneet Sharma, since I was in Gurgaon, I do work for Optum Global Solutions. So otherwise my home club is Chandigarh Toastmasters Club. So I was in Gurgaon, I thought of using this day. So I just came to the club. So thankful to Toastmaster Puneet. And yeah, I'm looking forward to have a good session with all of you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. So great to see three Puneets are inside our meeting. Okay, that's great to have you all. So we are joined by what's your name? Tarun. Tarun, could you please come here and introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Tarun Madan and I am from Jalandhar, Punjab. I work as a data analyst in Gurgaon at a MNC, and I came here to improve my communication skills and hope to have a great meeting today.
Joining it. So yes, sir. Could you please come here? What's your name?
Ramesh. Hi.
I think you are a father of.
Yes. I told Tarun many times that you join some this type of club so that to improve his communication, because I understand the communication is very important to convey your feelings to anyone. Otherwise, you keep on, you cannot express yourself. Let me share a simple story to explain my point. Sometime an officer wants to gift something to his wife, and he went to a showroom, and he shows him some parrots. Some parrot is very nominal, but he shows one parrot which is very expensive, around 1 lakh. What is the importance of this parrot? The salesman told that it can speak many languages. He also knows some languages. He asked him in some other languages, and the parrot speak with him in that language. He got very impressed. He took that and sent that gift through his subordinate to his wife. And when he came back, he asked his wife that how he liked the gift. Which gift? I sent one parrot in the morning. कहती वही तो आप खा रहे हो अभी आपने उसका बना दिया काट के सब्जी बना दी कहती he can speak many languages. When I took him and cut him, he doesn't speak anything. If he knows many languages, he should speak some language to save her life. The person who cannot speak anything at some point of time when his life is at stake, then what is the use of having so many languages? So we should be expressive in any language, in any comfortable language we can, but we should be expressive. That's why I came here, that how he's performing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, to have you here. And what a coincidence! We are talking about relationship, and the special bond, son and father, is here. So it's now let's start our first section of the meeting, which is a prepared speech section. And today we have two wonderful speakers. So I would like to invite our first speaker, Toastmaster Inshia, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Vishal. So, so when I asked her about what does the relationship mean to her, so she shared what a beautiful, how beautifully she explained. Uh, so according to her, relationship is the most important thing, and as they bring joy, comfort, and make life richer. Without them, her achievement is meaningless, and challenges would be 10 times harder to overcome. So, such a beautiful thoughts on the relationship. Now, I would like to invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal, to share the objective of the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Komal. So, Toastmaster Insia, if you could switch on your camera. Okay, hi. So, Toastmaster Insia is giving her third speech for her third project, level 1, and her pathway is presentation mastery. The objective of the speech is like to work on the body language, voice modulation, and engaging the audience. And the title of her speech is Connecting the Dots, Climate Change, and Our Future. And I know Insia is very passionate about environment. I have been part of, a previous conversation where she has spoken about it. So you're looking forward to hearing your speech. Back to you. Spoken.
Now, join me to welcoming our first speaker, who is a passionate reader and writer. And not only that, she is an exceptional speaker. Let's welcome with a huge round of applause. Toastmaster Inshia, connecting the dots, climate change and our future. Connecting the dots, climate change and our future. Over to you, Toastmaster Inshia.
Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about something that happened quite recently. Am I audible?
Yes, perfect.
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you all remember the heat wave that hit Delhi a couple of weeks ago?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Should I wait?
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Instead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're good.
Okay, I'll start again. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about something that happened quite recently. Do you all remember the heat wave that came to Delhi about 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Yeah, it was quite brutal, right? Temperatures were in the late 40s, people were dying of heat stroke. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was a rainstorm, which came down all night long, and the city was flooded. In fact, some of the videos that I received of the waterlogging in Delhi, I saw that the water was almost up to the roofs of the cars. So these were two extreme weather conditions which occurred almost simultaneously. I think we all know that this is not normal. When I was a child growing up in Delhi, the monsoon never came to Delhi this early. Usually it used to come in July or maybe even sometimes beginning of August. And we never saw this type of cloudburst in which the whole city is literally drowning. But now we seem to have this every year. The science on this is clear. This is happening because of global warming, which is caused by human activities like burning fossil fuels, deforestation, things like that, which lead to an increase in greenhouse gases, which tend to trap the heat in the atmosphere of the Earth. So this disrupts the climate patterns. So when we see things like extreme weather events, rising sea levels, flooding of rivers, this is all connected to the same phenomena. Global warming has been in the news for a long time now. We all know about it. We've heard about it. We've read about it. We also know that views across the world are polarized on this. So on one hand, you have climate activists like Greta Thunberg who are trying their best to create awareness and put pressure on political parties. But also on the other hand, we have politicians who claim that climate change doesn't even exist. There's no such thing as global warming. President Trump, if you remember, said that when he was the president of the USA. And in India as well, PM Modi made a similar comment. But on the international stage, India is in a tough spot because we have, on one hand, we have committed to the phasing out of coal in COP26 as well as the G7 summit. But on the other hand, we fought really hard to resist the pressure to stop using coal altogether. Our argument was that all developed countries have used coal as a backbone for their development. So why not we? Why should we make the sacrifice when others have not done it? And this argument is applied for many things, including deforestation, replacing natural jungles with concrete jungles, throwing industrial waste into the oceans, many, many other things. But the problem is that the world is interconnected. So we may have given the continents and oceans different names, but climate doesn't recognize these borders. So for example, if you throw a water bottle in a river in Punjab today, you may find it in Rajasthan or in Delhi tomorrow. So that's how this works. Take deforestation, for example. Some of you might know that the Amazon rainforest is the biggest rainforest in the world. It's in South America. And at the moment, they are clearing this rainforest for agricultural and industrial use. So basically, they're chopping down all the trees and the forest won't exist after some time. Now, what this will do is it will lead to an increase in the Earth's temperature, which will make the glaciers melt quicker. And this includes our Himalayan glaciers. So you see, something that's happening so far away in South America will eventually impact us over here sitting in India. Let's take another example. In some coastal regions of India, there has been overfishing of tuna. Yellowfin tuna is a fish that is used in sushi, and therefore it commands a high price in the market. So we have been fishing this yellowfin tuna without any sort of regulations around it. And because of this, Maldives is very upset with us. Because not only are they not getting enough tuna for their own needs, but tuna is a natural predator for shrimp and squid. And without this predator to control the population, the Maldivian waters are now filled with shrimp and squid, and they don't know what to do about it. And for us also, it's a problem because our coral reefs are dying without the balance of ecosystem. We have our own issues because of this. And we can see this domestically as well. As the winter comes and the farmers in Punjab start burning their stubble, Delhi will face its annual pollution crisis again. Every year we have this problem. We suffer through bad health and respiratory diseases that, in my opinion, are quite avoidable. So, and then we find that the Delhi rains, the winter rains come, and then we feel very relieved. But we forget to ask, where did the pollution go? It went into the earth. So it may not be in the air that you're breathing now, but it's in the water that you're drinking. So it's a tricky thing. Countries cannot really say that what they do within their own boundaries is their own business and others should not interfere. And also, let me ask you this. Who suffers the brunt of these climatic events? When a cyclone comes without any warning, whose homes are blown away? When the Brahmaputra floods, as it does every year, whose crops are destroyed? In the heat wave that we just had right now, who were the people who died? It's always the poor, it's farmers, fishermen, local people. And these people are not invited at G7 and COP27 to give their views. And we also need to think more deeply about another question. What is development to us? Development is not just about big glass buildings and fancy 8-lane flyovers. It's also about having clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a moderate climate to enjoy, safe food to eat without toxins in it. And these things are things I think that we are missing right now in our developed city of Delhi. What is the point of such a heavily built up city if every year Delhiites are only talking about leaving and settling somewhere else? So I think some introspection here is needed. It needs to be a shared commitment between the people and the leaders. But for the most part, I think it's going to fall on us, the public, because we need to let them know that we don't need another mall, but we do need trees. We can do without all this tuna. We can eat less tuna, it's fine. But we do need to save our coral reefs. In the end, it's not about appeasing global critics or about meeting international regulations. It's about safeguarding our own future and the future of our children. Thank you.
What an insightful speech it was. I would request everybody to please share the feedback in her personal chat box and also in her WhatsApp. And timer, please note 1 minute for it.
You can write in the guest group as well.
Yeah.
You can write the feedback in the guest group as well.
Oh, okay.
Now I would like to welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Bhavesh, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Bhavna. First of all, I would thank Toastmaster Bhavesh for officially becoming our part of the team. Before inviting Toastmaster Bhavesh, I would like to invite Toastmaster Bhavna to share her speech objective.
You. So today, Toastmaster Bhavesh is delivering his level 1 speech on project Organize Your Speech, where he will be focused on basic structure of his speech along with voice modulation. So his pathway is presentation mastery. I'm wishing you all the best, Toastmaster Bhavesh, and I'm leaving it up to the Toastmaster of the day to reveal his topic for the speech. Recollect.
Now put your hands together to welcome our second speaker, who is an incredible and confident speaker, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Over to you. Life lesson, Toastmaster Bhavesh.
Thank you. As far as I remember, when I was a kid, I have always wanted to become a medical student. I've always wanted to become a doctor, and for the sake of which, back in 2015, when I completed my 10th boards examination, I started preparing for All India Pre-Medical Test NEET. I gave my heart and soul to it, prepared with all the mental faculties I had, I would say back then. And what happened? In 2017, the results came out and I failed miserably at it. I took it all on my ego and decided to pursue something even bigger. And I started to pursue civil services for the sake of it, only to realize that civil services or becoming an IS officer is something which was never meant for me. I stumbled upon the realms of management industry, decided to pursue my 2-year long MBA program. I did that, and as I stand in front of all of you, I'm a human resource professional and I'm very good at it. What is the life lesson we learn here? Hold that thought. Story number 2. Back in 2010, when I was in 5th standard, very small, not this tall, I remember coming out of my school got over, I had a lovely day at school, and as usual, I was just coming out of my school. I went to my auto wala bhaiya's spot where he usually used to stand. I went there and I just sat besides him because I've always wanted to sit
like with him at the front seat, but I sensed a weird smell coming out of his mouth. Back then, I was very small to fathom or to even comprehend what was that smell. Now I know it was a smell of alcohol and he was wasted and drunk. Because of that weirdness, I asked my fellow mate to please come and sit in front, and I switched places with him. I sat on the back seat and then we started driving. Halfway through, I realized that there was a bullock cart. It was going way far from our auto, and this guy, my driver, he just banged and he hit the bullock cart, and our auto toppled on this side of the road where the footpath was. From here, the vehicles were passing. Had my auto would have been toppled on this side of the road, I wouldn't have been standing in front of you today. As the auto was toppling, I remember chanting Hanuman Chalisa out loud and requesting everyone to do the same. What is the life lesson we learn here? Hold that thought. Last story. Story number 3. I'll take you back in 2008 when I was in 3rd standard, even smaller than my second story. I was the best reader of class up until then. I always used to read passages in my class with utmost confidence. My teachers used to go gaga over me because I was so good in reading out loud in front of the entire class. One fine day, and I remember actually before that moment, which I will be talking about just now, before that, I was mocking my friend who used to sit beside me that you don't know how to read, you are not confident, etc., etc. Look at me, I'm so confident and I read out loud. Cut to next moment, my teacher asked me to stand up. She asked me to read. I started to read, only to realize that there was no word coming out of my mouth. Why? I didn't know back then. My teacher immediately called my parents. My teacher informed me that your child is suffering from a speech impediment issue called stammering. What did I do with that information back then? I don't know. But for sure, it crumbled the confidence I had as a child back then. Since then, the story of my life has been to regain that confidence. I haven't been able to do so till date. What is the life lesson we learned here? I know you all must be thinking that this guy who is wearing shorts today will be talking about life lesson and why should we listen to him? If you have 2 very good minutes, I have 2 very good reasons to tell you about the same. Let's talk about the first life lesson I learned. It was madness, right? I had science bio back then I took humanities, then I stumbled upon the realms of commerce and doing MBA. It's pure madness. That is my first life lesson. Be mad. Madness of any particularly nice or romantic kind is an absolute prerequisite to a happy and a successful life. All the most successful, the most creative, the people who led revolutions did so because they embraced their idiosyncrasies. Being mad is not about that you are disrupting the harmony of something. Being mad is about that you are ready to take any challenge which might befall in front of you. That was the madness lesson I learned. Second life lesson was about miracles. A miracle happened to me, right? No matter how hard it gets, no matter how mundane it gets, life is the miracle you are searching for. Develop the faith to let it take on its own course, abide by its beauty, honor each moment by not laying it to waste. Feel for those around you, feel for yourself, honor your mental faculties because this is the good fortune that God has given you. Please honor each moment as you live. And my third life lesson, I was a stammerer, I still am. What did I do with that? I went ahead and acclimatized myself in the profession, which is the most front end and client based, where I have to talk to individuals and people on a daily basis. I am in a profession of human resources. You might realize how talkative I have to be in order for that. What did I do with that? I was fearless enough to choose that profession. In one of my spiritual readings of autobiography of a yogi, I found that there was this beautiful quote which mentioned that if you look fear in the eye, it will cease to exist. Being mad, believing in miracles, being fearless, these three were the biggest life lessons which gave the confidence to this 6'1" guys wearing denim shorts today, being present in this rendezvous in front of all of you and delivering this meeting or speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavesh, for sharing all the life lessons. Now, I would like to request everybody to please share your feedback in his personal chat box or WhatsApp. I would request timer to please note 1 minute.
Ravi, was it speech 3 or 2? Second. An icebreaker has been
Let's come back to our theme of today. Most of time, I feel that having a positive and strong relationship always help us to grow in our life, not only personally, but also professionally. And whether you have a relationship with a mother and daughter, a son and a father, or a mentor-mentee relation, friendship, or a student-teacher relation. Every relationship provides us encouragement, guidance, and opportunity to grow in our life, learn and develop. Now, I would like to ask each one of you, share any relationship that has positive impact in your life. Anybody would like to share? Yes, Vishal.
So my last speech was actually about relationship. The title of speech was "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of a Siblings Relationship." So my brother has been a very instrumental person in my life. Growing up, I have always looked up to him, and whenever I faced any challenge, he was and he's still like my go-to person to discuss anything. I think the siblings relationship is very, very special because probably these are the person with whom you have grown up, throughout your life, and you feel very comfortable discussing anything. So that relationship is very important.
Thank you so much for sharing. And this reminds me my relation with my sister. So she is an elder to me, but she is always my mentor and my guiding light. I vividly remember for the first time I was going for the interview, and I was hell nervous. And I just called her. For 10 minutes, she shared all her experiences, and this ca- this knowledge of her calmed me down, and I feel more confident. And not only that day, but every time when I feel that I'm facing any challenges or any difficulties, I just call her and she shared all her her learnings and experience that helped me to grow in and go ahead in my life. So, anybody else who would like to share their relationship with anybody who has helped her?
Komal, I would like to add anything
Yes.
if you have us not here. So, I think friends play a very important part in our life. I recently read it somewhere in a book that we can't choose our family, we don't choose our siblings. And to some extent, life partner also, as it is said in India, that जोड़ियां ऊपर से बन के आती हैं. So it's only the friends that we can eventually choose, right? And friends do play a very important role. So I recently something happened in office. So we were working back with a client, and somebody just replied very rudely to me, where we didn't really have a mistake, but I did listen to him and to finally close the call and calm him down. I didn't say anything. So I have a friend in office. I think it itself is very debatable because people say that you don't make friends in office, they are your colleagues and everything. So I think all of us can have different opinion about it, but I would still label them as my friends. So I have this friend who is senior to me, and she recommended that this person did not have right to talk to me like that. So she made me call that person on his cell, and she made me tell him, keeping my phone on speaker, that what he did was wrong. We did not have any issue here, I didn't make any mistake. And finally that person apologized, and that eventually made me feel better. So this is just an example how friends make us a better person. So yeah, that was one thing about relationship I wanted to share.
Thank you, Vidunji, for sharing. Yeah, not only our closed and our family relation, but also like having a good friend in our life is the best. Like we are lucky to have such kind of friend in our life. Anybody else who would like? Yes, Pratik, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to talk about the relationship which probably might be underrated at the moment, but I have developed that from past 1 year. It is an indirect relationship, and that is with Toastmaster. So eh, whenever we are not in the meeting, probably throughout the week, I keep, kind of pondering about the grammatical skills of Toastmaster Vishal and Toastmaster Bhavesh, sincerity of Toastmaster Sharad, confidence of Toastmaster Bhavna and Toastmaster Komal, and never dying attitude of Toastmaster Ganeshwar, and the energy and aura of Toastmaster Vidushi, Ashish, Shivani, and Toastmaster Mayank.
I'm left.
Yeah. So the how the way Toastmaster Anurag owns the stage with his body language and hand. I mean, it is something that probably is an indirect relationship, which is in our in my particularly subconscious mind, it remains there. And why am I saying it? Because I, in my thoughts, I try to replicate that. I see if I feel that if I could copy only that, also I would be a wonderful speaker.
Yeah, of course. Like we are here and we are at Toastmaster making the relations with each of the speakers, and every day we are learning from them. So that's the great relation we are building here. Anybody else from online audience would like to share? Okay, yes.
Hello everyone. So I would like to share, for me, I think there are two relationships which means a lot for us. Like when we come into this earth, I think. So we are having a already written relationship, what we call it as a mother, I think. Right? Then after our parents, and this we call it as a blood relationship. But so after it, what we understand that for 3 to 4 years, there's only we are having one relation for mother, brother, I mean the blood relation mainly. So after some time when we joined to school, then one relationship again will come into our life, and that we call it as a friendship. So for me, I would like to share the friendship. Like one of my friend, I joined my friend. He's also having the same name, Anubhav, on third class. So the good thing is we both are having the same name, and we started all the, uh, all the activities from there to now till now. We are with the, me and he, in always, I'm not able to express myself right now. We are in the same party from till third class to right now, and we are enjoying a lot. We are sharing so many, programs and also many things.
Yeah, that's great. Like since childhood, you have been with your friends, so that's the great. Yes, Anurag, go ahead.
Yeah. Swami Vivekananda says the whole world we should look like a universal brotherhood. We all came from this world with a limited validity. We will play our role. We call in Hindi, in Hindu Dharma as well, Leela. Play it and we will move away. We should not be too much possessive. I say a few people have seen too much possessive with their relationship, with their friends, the person with whom they have relationship. Just move out. You are here in this fragile world. We don't know how much we will live. Particularly after the COVID, we know life is very fragile. We don't know. And one of the incident that shared by Toastmaster Bhavish itself. So we should not be too much possessive. We should be equally happy and equally good with all the relationship. Not be too much possessive, because as per our religion, it's not the only birth we are coming. We are coming again and again to be this spiritual life, or we are enlightened, or we are one with the universe. So don't be too much possessive. Read it, be possessive, but don't be over possessive. I have seen few people are over possessing these relationships. That should not happen, as per my take on this.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for sharing your important points that how we can maintain a good relationship. So, yes, with that, I would like to start our second section of the meeting, which is table topic section. And to lead this section, we have Toastmaster Vidushi. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Vidushi to lead the table topic section.
Thank you, Toastmaster Komal. Can you confirm if I'm perfectly audible?
Yes, you are perfectly audible and visible.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So let's begin with the most fun part of this whole meeting, which is the table topics section. So the table topics section for today, I have divided into two sections. The first one is the general table topics that we generally have in our Toastmaster meeting. And the second section is the fun rapid fire round. So let's start with the first section. For the benefit of the guest, and just explain how it works. So in table topics, you will be randomly given a topic or a statement on the spot, and you have to speak for minimum 1 minute to qualify, and for maximum, you have to speak for 2 minutes. So for example, you can be given any general topic. For example, if I'm asked what's my favorite childhood memory, so I have to talk about it for between 1 to 2 minutes. And to qualify, I have to speak minimum for 1 minute. So if any of the guests has any doubt, we can take it up before we start. All right, I believe we are all good to go. So all the best, guys, and do break a leg. So to start with, do we have any volunteers here? As I heard, we have a lot of guests. So I'm looking forward to, people raising their hand.
We have one Yoshi. Go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, so the topic for you is, would you rather be most funniest or most intelligent person in the room, and why?
Would you be more funniest or more intelligent person in the room? And why?
Yes.
That's the question. Just give me a moment to think over it. I won't be either of these. Neither I would be funniest, nor I would be intelligent. I would be why I'm telling you what my belief system works. I would be a good listener first, because giving any comments sounding maybe funniest, maybe I would be missing some of the facts that are being addressed by the speakers and whoever is coming on the stage. So I would be listening each and everything very carefully, so that I can have because that would create that thoughts into in my mind, and that would subconsciously help me to have those thoughts coming into the actions. So yes, that's what I think. I would be listening rather sounding intelligent or sounding more funniest. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Sir, can I know your name? Sorry, I missed your name in the start.
Puneet.
Okay, thank you, Puneet. So moving ahead, do we have any volunteer? So I think we have a father in here in the room. Sir, I have a very interesting topic for you. I have highlighted that, so if you can come next.
Yeah.
So your topic is what's your best my family's crazy story?
My family
Is crazy.
crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful topic, Vidushi. On the spot.
My daughter's story is all crazy stories. Endless stories are there because whenever she goes out and she calls that Papa, मैं यहाँ पे मतलब मेरे को थोड़ी problem हो गई and you came here and we मतलब घबराहट हो जाती है कि भाई what has happened to her. तो it is now मतलब कहते हैं ना कि शेर आया sometimes मतलब it becomes a habit. तो उसका वो मतलब घर के बाहर खड़ी होती है और वो हमें स्टोरी सुना रही होती है कि मैं तो फंस गई, मैं आ नहीं सकती, आप आ जाओ. और जब हम मतलब रेडी होते हैं जाने के लिए तो वो बाहर हंसते आ जाती है अंदर मतलब तो इट्स अ मतलब डेली crazy stories for in our family and मतलब he has a possessiveness on me also that he lie in between मतलब her mother and me and he doesn't allow anybody to touch even me. नहीं मेरे पापा है मतलब कोई टच नहीं कर सकता. So there are endless stories in our family about our daughter, about our son also. He also has possessiveness more on her mother. So there are endless stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your story. It reminded me why I don't bring my father to Toastmasters. He would have embarrassed me a lot. You were still very nice. So thank you for sharing the story. So moving ahead, guys, do we have any volunteers from the online audience or from the physical audience?
Then I can go. Yeah. Yes.
We have plenty of guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe guest Rahul.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
So the topic for you is the simplest one I have in the list. So what do you do to have fun?
Do I do? Right now, nowadays, as we all usually do scrolling the reels. But now I'm developing some habits to learn some new things which will help in my career. Like either learning a new technology as I'm in IT, so learning about some new data analytics tools like Power BI or ClickSense, and also some UI tools like Figma, and learning about the design theory, how to design a product, an application, or a web portal, like things. I'm introducing these things as a hobby in my life now. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story. Instagram part was something I think we all can relate to. That's what we do most of the day. So thank you for sharing your part. Now moving ahead, do we have anyone else? We can take one more topic and then we can move to the second section.
Want to take another? Yeah, we have one.
So the topic for you is if you were given an option to have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Okay. So
From my childhood, I was always want to be a Shaktiman because it was our, I think, first childhood superhero, right? And we all are having a proud of to him. I think he is the only superhero who is very popular in all over the world, right? Even in like maybe in next 2 to 3 years, we will get one movie from Shaktiman. Maybe it is discussing that who will be the hero, whether the Ranveer Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, and all, I don't know. Everyone is discussing about it. So why I want to be a Shaktiman? Because there was after the end of the episode, there was one I mean, choti choti baatein. I think there was one statement. So actually, it was a good episode. After that, there was something from which you can learn also, right? I do remember when I was a child, I ran from my school just to see the Shaktiman because it was it was at 11:30 a.m. I think on Saturday. So I do remember that. This is the reason I want to be a Shaktiman. So I will be popular to all. I will give some knowledge to all. Everyone will follow me.
And you'll be able to fly.
Yes, yes, yes. I will fly and go and explore the world without any aeroplane tickets. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story. I think Shaktiman is something all the 90s kid would remember watching when they were young. And I'm not sure if it was Shaktiman only where there were news that kids were jumping off the roof since they were trying to fly like Shaktiman, right? It was Shaktiman. So yeah, great story. You reminded us of our childhood days as well. Thank you. So moving ahead to the second section. So this section is the rapid fire round. So here you would be given any question or statement and you have to answer it in one word or one statement. And whenever I give you a question, I have a timer here with me. So you have to answer quickly, very quickly within just 5 seconds. For example, if I get a question, Vidushi, what's your favorite vegetable? I just say potato, tomato, or anything. It has to be one word or one line. You don't have to give a story like what we usually have in our Toastmaster session, which we just did. This is just a rapid fire round. One line or one word would work. And timing is very important. You have to be very quick. The first thing that comes to your mind, you have to say it. So, do we have any volunteer for this fun part? Whom do we start with? Okay, I can see Vishal.
Shopping with Vidushi. Okay, shoot. Go break the leg. Yeah.
What animal you would be in another life?
Fish, because I love fish and I have like 5 fish at my home.
You not eating fish.
I'm a vegetarian too. So yeah, I'm an aquarium where I get
Like to be eaten by someone.
So, next one. If your life was a story, what would it be titled? Time's up. Time's up.
ये जवानी का दीवार
No, time's up. So it's more than 5 seconds. So I think we can move to the next person. So it will work like this. If you cross the timeline, you are out and the next person comes into picture.
Okay, please.
So I can see Savan has raised his hand. So starting with you, Savan.
Okay.
One second, let me reset it. What is the one of the ugliest thing you have ever seen? Time's up.
It was totally unexpected.
You have 5 seconds.
It was totally
Just the
unexpected.
first thing that comes to your mind, you have to say.
Very difficult.
Okay, who is next? I can see Mayank. Name the first word that comes to your mind.
Kite.
What's the most interesting thing in your wallet right now?
My credit card.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Cheese, only cheese.
What was the last thing you watched on TV?
Mirzapur.
Which habit holds you back? Time's up, time's up.
Time हो गया? But good job, I You answered both questions.
But a good job, Mayank. Very good answers. Who would like to come next?
Bhavna wanted to Bhavna and Sharad. Yeah, both of and you. Come. Anyone come. Okay. Come, you can come this side.
Okay, Sharad, I can see Sharad. So Sharad, what do you impulse buy most often at a store?
Can you please pardon?
What do you impulse buy most often at a store?
What do you buy? What do you buy? Time
up. Time's up.
Time up.
Okay, Bhavna.
Best of luck.
Be nice.
Break a leg.
So if you could pay someone to do one of your house chores, what would it be?
All the kitchen stuff.
Okay. What is one food you would never want to give up?
Pizza.
Okay. Which subject would you be okay never learning again?
Maths.
Okay. What are you most grateful for in the whole world? So I repeated, what are you most grateful for in the whole world?
My parents.
Okay. What was the last word you had to look up to see what it meant?
Say that again.
One second, I reset it. What was the last word you had to look up in the dictionary to see what it meant?
Perplexed.
Okay. If you would have to give someone a book to read, which one would it be?
Don't be stupid at 60.
Name a song that makes you happy.
Pia, Pia, kya kiya?
Which career did you dream of having as a kid?
I didn't get it.
Which career did you dream of having as a kid?
Having as a kid. Park of girls.
Okay. Silliest thing you are pretty good at.
Laughing alone.
I think Vidushi, you are timed up.
Yeah. No, she was within the time. I am done with my question. So I think Bhavna answered most of the questions. So congratulations, Bhavna. So thank you guys. That was all about the table topic section I had for today. And you all were a great audience. And I wish you luck for the rest of the session as well. Over to TMOD, Toastmaster Komal.
For lighting up everybody's mood. Now coming back to our theme today, I would like to ask each one of you how we can maintain a good relationship. Anybody would like to share your points?
I think spending time together.
Yes, great.
Be empathized with the person.
Yes.
I think listening is most important skill. We must listen before act.
He means as a husband.
Preparing for futures. Yes, so for me, everybody said right, means all these components are equally important in a relationship, but the most important thing is that we need to set specific boundaries for every relation, a healthy boundary. Without a healthy boundary, I believe at this moment, none of us would be able to survive in a particular relationship. So for example, if we say a relation with our parents, there has to be a specific boundary, because we, as in this generation, we certainly don't want anybody to get into our comfort zone or get into our private zone. So this is particularly for all the relations, not only parents, for friends as well, for colleagues as well, for our partners as well. So having a healthy boundary is equally important than being empathetic and active listening and showing more, being more expressive in that particular relationship. So all these things, when are collectively there in a relationship, so I believe that particular relation can go far.
Yeah, magic points you have shared.
I
Anybody?
just actually want to follow up on actually what she said. And it will be actually very relevant in today's age when in which we are living, we all are in long distance friendships, relationships with our partners, with our parents, and everyone. And in this, actually, I would say hustle culture, where we have to actually relocate from to different cities and like for job opportunities, for education purposes. I think what comes in between is a strange space which we need to fill with constant communication and not being egoistic about it. Like, why should I message you first? Why should I call you first? Why should I make that, I would say, first move to nurture the relationship which we are having? So, even the strongest of relationships, because of this gap, they tend to fall apart. So, I think if we can not being egoistic, if we can actually place the relationship first, but not yourself as a person first, that is going to maintain the relationship for a longer period of time, I would say.
Yeah, amazing point. I see most of time people like fail to make this relationship just because of this region. Yes, go ahead.
I would like to add in this that for me, I think listening is very important.
Yes.
Most of the time, if anyone is available to listen you only,
Yes.
true, your relationship will work. Most of the time, everyone is giving suggestions and all and everything, but no, I think many of them will not follow any suggestion what you will going to suggest to him or her. Most of the time, they just want to hear. Somebody should be there to listen to me. Only this will be sufficient to, I mean, to go for the relationship and all.
These days, people want to
Yes.
speak and go on
Speak
and
and
go on.
go. There are so many websites, there are so many YouTube videos just giving you the knowledge and knowledge. We do not know what to follow, what to listen, because there are multiple options are here and there. This is also an issue. Just please listen to him first or to her first.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very important point, and one thing I would like to add over here. So as a human nature, our mind is most of the time we are chatting, even if we appears to be listening, but we are listening to respond. We are not in actual listening to it.
Yeah.
We are preparing our response inherently and to speak out on that subject. So that is a gap. That stillness is required to really
Our mind
listen
is
someone
working
intently.
to reply.
Yes.
Always.
And that's what table topics actually help us to, that we should be not only a listener, but an active listener. So that we can listen.
Also, a evaluation section because you have to evaluate.
You're putting a lot of pressure on Vishal. I just wanted to add one more point. So when we are in a relationship, we should be honoring a space, because like, let's take example of a husband and wife. So we should not think that my wife should take all responsibilities. Okay, she's done with the work, how the domestic work. Now, if she wanted to have that space that she want, be it a book reading or maybe watching any influencing videos or anything, so that space should be given to each and every person. It is not like if I am the husband, then I should have that space because I have worked throughout the week. Now this is the weekend, I have to take rest. No, no. It should be equal with everyone. So this is something giving space. And yeah, as Toastmaster, she mentioned that healthy borderline. So yeah, this is something.
Yes.
Very
More often in today's time, there is one thing which again underrated and we usually ignore it. The biggest thing is if you want to maintain relationship, then firstly take good care of yourself. If you yourself, your life is messed up, if you don't, in your life you are confused and negative and everything, then obviously to any relationship you won't be able to contribute anything. So start from within yourself, and yeah, all the relationships will flourish.
Wonderful points. Yes, if we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, we won't able to maintain the good relationship with others. Anybody?
One last point.
Yes.
So we are talking about relationships, and if there are two people in the relationship, it's not always 50-50. There are like times and days where, like you need to, let's say, contribute 70% to the relationship because your partner or your friend or your family is, going through something else. So in ideal world, it should be 50-50, but you need to understand that that's not how things work, and you should be able to, basically बड़ी मुश्किल से याद किया मैंने सारा.
Savan, are we audible now?
Okay.
Yes, now audible.
You can start with
Gratitude.
gratitude. Okay, top three key takeaways maybe. Let me finish happiness and key takeaways. So last part I was on happiness. In happiness, the first principle was gratitude. We should never forget the power of gratitude in this world of rat race. We miss to thank whatever we have, which is very important. The second thing to be happy is to live mindfully. I know everybody has heard this word mindfulness, but it's very hard to apply in practice. Mindfulness means being aware of your thoughts, being aware of yourself instead of living on autopilot. Third important thing in being happy is importance of physical health. You won't believe if you exercise, it has a huge impact on your mood as well. It makes you happy. And lastly, avoiding unhappiness. Author says that we have power to make choices, but we are reluctant to do so. If you are in a toxic relationship, please leave. If you are in a toxic company, you can quit. It's okay. So stay away from negativity and stay happy. So this is the overall summary of the book, Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Thank you.
Before moving forward, let's ensure that they can hear us.
Thank you, Toastmaster. For beautifully summarizing the book of Ravindranath.
एक बार देखना आप चार्जिंग हो रहा है.
Welcome, Sharad.
Now, can you hear us now? Loud and clear? Cool.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
So it's time to start the evaluation. We'll start with the speech evaluation first. So I would request the evaluator for the speaker one, Toastmaster Inshia. So I would call Toastmaster Vishal to come on the stage and share the evaluation for the first speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. Toastmaster Insia, sorry to ask that again. If you could switch on your camera, it's okay. Okay, you are on mute. Just unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful speech, a wonderful topic. As I said, I knew that you are passionate about the topic, so I was looking forward to your speech. Before I talk about the evaluation, just wanted to have a pulse check from you in terms of, on a scale of 1 to 10, the objective that you had at the beginning, that it's about vocal variety and body language. What do you think? How much like you would have achieved that? On from 1 to 10, give me a number.
Maybe
Self-reflection is always good. So yeah.
maybe 7.
Okay. Okay, that's good to hear. Now let's look at the evaluation report. So the structure of the speech was very coherent. There was a very clear introduction about the speech, about the topic. Then you smoothly transition into the body part of the speech, and then you actually summarize the entire, topic. Initially, you started with the question, which was a very good thing. Generally, like you should start with something which brings everyone's attention to the speaker. You in this case. So I think that was a very relevant question. That how we would have observed the temperature changing in Delhi in last couple of weeks. So I think that was a good way to start your speech. That's a relatable like way to start the speech, which was good. But throughout the speech, I felt that the content was slightly heavy in terms of maybe I think the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes for your speech, and maybe like the entire duration of the speech was covered talking about multiple things. So maybe like you could have talked about 3 things and elaborated on that. And as I said, I think anecdotes or relatable stories work more than just the text. So for example, let's say that what you have observed next to your house, that maybe there used to be a garden earlier, and now that there is no garden there because of, let's say, climate change. So I think that could have done. Yeah, let me just go back to the first point again. When you asked the question, I think you were expecting an answer from the audience. So in those cases, like take a pause that, have you guys experienced the weather in Delhi in last 2 weeks? Maybe give 8 to 10 seconds and give audience a chance to, speak about that. Maybe yes or no or something like that. Because if the intention is to, if that's a rhetorical question, then obviously like you can move on to, your speech. But if you actually want to get an answer, then yeah, spend some time, in getting their answer. But apart from that, the body was like the body and the content was pretty good. So I think nothing to say there. I just want to touch upon some non-verbal aspect of the speech because verbally, I think your clarity of word is impeccable. Every word that comes out of your mouth is so it's so clear, it's so evident that everyone can make sense out of it. So I won't say anything there. In terms of body language, since the project was about body language and vocal variety, so what would have been great is if you could have, let's say, delivered your speech standing, maybe where you are, maybe like move a little bit ahead or maybe move a little bit behind, left, right, etc. So I think that could have been done better. You use some great pauses between the speech, which I think was good. There was no filler word in your speech. Voice modulation, since that was again the main part of your speech today, it was not very evident at the beginning, but in I think probably in the later half of your body and the conclusion, you used a good vocal variety. So I think that was like a good thing that you used. I just want to quote a couple of examples in terms of how like those were said and what could have been said in that. So when you mentioned that Donald Trump doesn't believe in climate change, right? So you could have used maybe a disgusting face that the Donald Trump doesn't believe about climate change. So maybe just to show that yes, you are not happy with the fact that why he or let's say someone else is neglecting the fact that climate change is real. That's one point. Another point which you mentioned is that if you throw a bottle in Punjab, you'll find it in Rajasthan. So maybe like you could have used gesture that if you throw a bottle here in Punjab, you will probably find it there in Rajasthan. So yeah, just to like take people on that visual journey to understand that like this is how like it should be. And the last point that you mentioned, that we don't need mall, but we need trees. So again, like knowing that you are pretty passionate about the topic, if you could have reflected that in your voice as well, that we don't need mall, but we need trees. So maybe a little bit of convection, I think that would have helped. But apart from that, I think the overall speech was good. What I would say is maybe try to incorporate these feedback in your speech, and maybe if you get an opportunity to deliver it again, that would be good. But I think overall it was good. The speech was good. You are a very confident speaker. I don't know if you speak on like public forums as well, but your like, speech is so coherent. I loved every single word of it, and yeah, looking forward to hearing your next speech.
Thank you very much, Vishal. Very, very useful points for me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal, for the insightful evaluation for the speaker number 1. Now it's time to call that evaluator for the second speaker of the day. So I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Bhavna.
Thank you. So my target speaker today, Toastmaster Bhavesh, has delivered his second level speech today. And I really appreciate the nostalgic which you brought by adding the reference of 2010 and 2008 incidents, which what happened with you. The best part was that you connected the audience by asking what lessons you learned. So that kept audience engaged throughout your speech, and their mind was keep on thinking that what lessons they actually learned from your speech. And it actually relates a relatable context for the audience. So your hand gestures were pretty good when you said that the guy was sitting beside you and then you shifted the seat. So those hand gestures were completely visible and audience were able to relate that. Having said this, the communication skills, that was really commendable. Your clarity and articulation was at par, ensuring that your message was effectively conveyed and people were really able to understand and were able to get through your journey as well. So there are few areas where you could enhance your presentation. When you mentioned that it was a long MBA program, so you should have your hand gestures, a long MBA program, rather just stay like this. Then you also mentioned there were certain things that were not meant for you, right? So rather just saying there were certain things that were not meant for me. So you should have emphasized more on that particular moment so that your audience were able to understand that yes, it was really not meant for you. That the tone modulation should be there. Otherwise, there was one more point where you mentioned that even bigger. So that problem which was coming to you, you mentioned it was even bigger, but your hand gesture was like it was even bigger. It was even that bigger or that bigger. So you should be really particular about your hand gestures again. So this is more towards the hand gesture because I have been recently learning more towards the body language. And I observed that this sort of body language where we are not open. So this is closed body language. So in nutshell, I observed a closed body language because stage uses was not there when you got the context in your speech that you had so many references to add in terms of going back to the years. So you should have go like this. So back in 2010 or maybe back in 2008. So you could have better use the stage. Then the audience connect was really impressive. The hand gesture piece, which I just told you, on that particular moment, it was really brilliant. And I just wish that you can use the similar hand gestures throughout your speech. Otherwise, in nutshell, I'm saying that communication was at par. Tone modulation, if you work on that piece, I'm sure that this speech would be that contest level speech can be made and you can present it at that level.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavna. Now it's time to call our tag team on the stage. So first of all, I would like to call the timer of the day. Toastmaster Prateek.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just give me a moment. So, Thank you, Toastmaster and Rag. As a timer, I will request everyone to please be mindful of the time. As we can see, there were uh, more disqualifications today in terms of whatever you see as red is overtime, like from the permitted limit. So for speaker in SIA, the time was 7 minutes 20 seconds. For Toastmaster Bhavesh took 8 minutes 10 seconds to deliver his speech. Toastmaster Vishal in evaluation took 6 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Bhavna 3 minutes 27 seconds. The entire table topics session was 25 minutes long, in which guest Puneet took 50 seconds, guest Ramesh took 1 minute 47 seconds, guest Rahul took 55 seconds, and guest Tanbhav took 1 minute 37 seconds. For the T uh, T mode session, the entire session is approximately 25 minutes, 27 minutes long. Oh, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the detailed report. Now I would like to, I'm not sure whether it would be possible, but I'd like to understand to our counter of the day, Toastmaster Harsh.
So I'll go ahead with my report, and I'll list the names and talk about the filler words that were used. Starting with Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Komal, there were more than 3 usage of R, 1 usage of so, and 1 usage of love. Guest Rahul, there was 5 usage of R and 1 usage of Guest Anubhav, R and were fewer, but you use so multiple times, and I think you also use I mean as a phrase correctly. Guest Puneet Sharma, I think, did not speak. Guest Manshu also did not have any filler words. TM Pratik, I think it was just 1 R. TM Bhavesh, flawless speech, but there was just R which was used multiple times. Otherwise, the speech was beautiful. TM Dhaneshwar, no use of filler words or sounds. TM Vidushi, no use of filler words or sounds. It just, I think, was used once. And TM Anurag, just 1 R. TM Vishal, multiple usages of R and 1 usage of TM Mayank, no filler words, no filler sound. Guest Puneet N, there were 3 usages of R and 2 usages of so. Guest Ramesh, 3 usages of R and 2 usages of And TM Inshia, I know TM Vishal said like there were no filler words, but I felt there were 3 usages of R. And TM Bhavna, during the last evaluation, there was multiple usages of R. That's my report. And I myself have spoken, I think, multiple times.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh, for the detailed report. Now it's time to call our Demilion of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. So let's start with the word of the day and phrase of the day. I think it's the first time that I have observed that people have used more phrase of the day than word of the day. So word of the day was only used once, which was used by Toastmaster Bhavesh, which was a rendezvous. The phrase of the day was used a lot today. So congratulations and thank you to all of you who have used it. Toastmaster Mayank, Toastmaster Bhavna, Toastmaster Vidushi, and Toastmaster Komal. All of you have used phrase of the day. Talking about some of the good usage of the words that we heard today. So TM Bhavesh used a lot of good words. One was prepared with mental faculties. Then there are other words like fathom, toppled, going gaga. There was another good usage of a word called idiosyncrasies. So it means special or weird characteristic of a person. So a good phrase there. There was another quote, which is not a word, but a quote, which I really like, that if you look fear in the eye, it would cease to exist. So a good usage of a proverb there. Then someone used strange space as well. And overall, I think we used a lot of good usages, like good words. In terms of the not so good usage and improvement, so someone used that I'm that kind of a person, which generally in spoken language we use a lot, but the other or more concise way to speak about it is maybe I'm the person who believes, or sounds more crisp and more to the point. Then someone used that I will be signaling the speaker. I think it should be showing the signal to the speaker, so that like signaling the speaker might look a little bit more intimidating. So showing the signal to speaker might be a little bit less harsh, I would say. Uh, son and father is here. Son and father are here. This no, this knowledge calm me down. So someone used this word that this knowledge calm me down. So it was this knowledge calmed me. Someone used the word that when we come into this earth. So I would say the better word should have been when we come onto this earth. What my belief system is, I think it should have been how my belief system work, maybe like that. I mean, what my belief system work is not a correct word. How my belief system work is the correct word. Then someone used be empathize, which is not correct. It should be empathetic. And lastly, someone used that you brought up nostalgic, and it should have been you brought up nostalgia. So that's my report for the day. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. So it's time for myself to evaluate the overall meeting. So I would say we started around, I think, 5 minutes late, maybe due to technical hiccups. The new, team has just the new our membership team have just assumed, so we can assume in the absence of Ashish, we can have some hiccups, so that's fine. So first I'll start with team out of the day. Thank you for choosing beautiful theme, relationship, and it was the most interactive session I have seen. And even our table topic was very quite interesting. In two phases, it was divided over here. But somehow I felt the questions put up to the guests were too many. I was expecting as a team on at least 35% of the context will be covered by yourself. So most of the times you give the opportunity to the audience. That is a well received point, but some content should come from the team order as well. That was one thing. Now move to our speech section. Speaker one. I have just one advice. I think twice the evaluator told you to please come on this online, to be on the cameras. So when you feel you know your sequence in the list, you should come online immediately so that you don't lose any time in between, and it may also take away some amount of your time itself. So we need to be more mindful. So Toastmaster, ensure you are established speaker, no doubt. Toastmaster Vishal has already evaluated you. Just one advice from me, said going forward, you can, in your speeches, you can choose some topic which are more fictional so that you have more opportunities where you can showcase your modulation impact, some movement. And gross. The topic was very well, no doubt, and you are established speaker because of maybe your background, the profession you are into it. But just to to see the different wings, your different flavors, you have to choose topic which has all the modulation you can contain in between. It's up to you. Thank you. And for evaluator one, I would suggest to choose the CRC approach. The positive and constructive point should be, in the starting, and it should cover at least 40 to 50% of the time before you come to recommendation or suggestion. And your, recommendation part should restrict to the 2 points only, even if you find there are a couple of things. But as a, to give the positive vibes, it should we keep it two only as a general format over here. Otherwise, it was good. Now I'll come to speaker two. I won't, comment on the specific part because that has been already covered. But just seeing you wearing on the shorts, initially I was a little bit surprised whether you are coming from gym directly or what is the reason behind it. But when I heard your stories 1, 2, and 3, then I could justify why it is here to see the fear in the eyes. Thank you so much. And evaluator two beautifully explained with the specific examples, and you have followed the CRC approach, and that's fantastic. No feedback as such from me. Now coming to the table topic part, it was interesting, intriguing, divided into two parts, and I think opportunities was given to, in fact, each and everyone, particularly the guest, to speak, to come over here. So that was all good. And one thing in the initially, then the sir introduced, he came here to see the performance of his son. I think vice versa happened. The father got opportunity, but I'm hoping next time we will take care of it. And one thing more, even though table topic was good, I would like if our table topic selection is tightly integrated with the theme, because mostly if I have get chance opportunity to visit other clubs, they try to integrate the theme with the table topics mostly. So, but it's fine. We can take care of it in the futures.
And sorry, I'm
Yes,
not a
yes,
general
please.
evaluator, but for table topics, I mean, generally for like whenever someone comes on the stage, we should give them at least 10 seconds to maybe think about the topic, collect their thought, and then they can start. I
Yes,
think like whenever
that's
someone
the
comes on the
point.
stage, it becomes too much for them to handle. That they are given a topic and they have to start immediately. So if they have that buffer time, they'll feel a little bit more comfortable and confident.
Yes, particularly the guests, it should be in the instruction part itself. You can take your 10 seconds to collect your thoughts and before you start speaking out. Now coming to the tag team timer, it's good. Excel. Definitely it's not. Sometimes I have seen people, they start reading over here, the person next to this time. But with so many audience, it's not possible you call out each and every name. So Excel was presented, it was well over here. So one more advice, in fact, you cannot read out each and every name. You can just highlight the outliers who have come out of the line, who have taken more time. You can highlight it the red color so everyone can see over here and judge who one crossed the line so that they are more mindful. In case you cannot cover, there are more audience. Our counter, again, it's a focused and ungrasped job. I know all the times you have to be what coming out of it and you have to keep note of it. It's most difficult part and it's a critical part. I understand. No such and grammarian, fabulous job. That's why the way you do, that's why everyone is fearing to take the grammarian job. They think if we cannot fill your shoes because you are so elaborative and detailed manner, we are always fearful of that. That's the tag team. And one more point over here, team out of the day. For few of the guests to introduce in the beginning. I know few of the guests joined in between when the meeting was already started. So if someone joins in between, rather than introducing them in between, we can take that portion in the end. Because you have already understood the concepts, different parts of the meeting. The flow is just started and it breaks the rhythm. So rest of the guests can be covered in the end. We can take care of that. That's pretty much, I think I have covered. So we learned a lot, we laughed together, and we shared valuable insights. And final thing, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Whenever you are coming to a meeting, whether you are speaker, you are, evaluator, any role you are taking it, just consider you are just taking one step over here. So every one step will make you to your journey and we will become a competitor speakers in future. Thank you and back to you, Seema.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anurag. Such a wonderful and detailed report by our general evaluator and our tag team. Now, I would like to, since we are running out of time, so I would like to quickly wrap up our meeting. And Toastmaster Pratik already shared the voting link in group. I would request everybody to please vote your favorite speakers and role players. Meanwhile, I would like to take the feedback from our guest. Firstly, I would start with Toastmaster Puneet, as since he has a outside of the other club, so I would like to take the feedback from him.
Okay, it was a great meeting, and I got a lot of things to learn, especially from the speeches and from the table topics. Other than that, I have few points I want to give feedback, as we say in the Toastmasters. Okay, feedback is very important. So first thing, like someone has mentioned, it is like T mode of the day. So I think it's little bit incorrect. It is T mode or Toastmaster of the day. So the last D is already the day is included. So for example, if we say LPG gas, right? So the last G is gas only. So T mode of the day, it should not be there. Just say T mode. Okay. Next, someone has mentioned in the starting when he came on the stage, he said like I am doing this role for the first time. So that should not be mentioned, because I believe that if you are coming on the stage and if you are saying that I am doing this role for the first time, indirectly the audience will think that if that person is going to do this role for the first time, he is not good enough. So why I give my effort and time and attention to that person, right? So it means you are surrendering yourself on the first line itself. So don't do that. If you are going to deliver the speech, just don't surrender yourself on the first time, because when you are on the stage, you are a king or a queen. So people should listen to that. Don't surrender in the first line. Uh, some okay, it was for the evaluator. So when you are doing the evaluation, at that time you can talk or ask question to everybody. If you just highlight the speaker only, that just ask question to speaker only, it might feel that she felt threatened, or she might feel uncomfortable. So if you are asking question, ask to whole audience. And if you are talking to that person, so at that time you don't need to use you or yours. So like if you say you have done this, you have done this better, you could improve that, it means you are talking to that person only. So instead of that, you can use she or her. So it means evaluation is also a whole full-fledged speech. It's not just evaluation, it is a speech. So it means you are talking to everybody on the hall, right? So if you say she or her or he or him, it means you are talking to everybody. If you say just you, it means talking to that person only. And if you are talking to that one person only, then other people will might feel, okay, क्या मैं meeting छोड़ दूं फिर? So that should not be there. Okay. And then in the table topics, there is a format of announcing the speech title. Okay, so for example, the name of that person, topic, again topic, and then name. For example, my name is Toastmaster Puneet, and the topic is "It is a beautiful day." So I will announce Toastmaster Puneet. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day, Toastmaster Puneet. So I think the table topic master missed that into initial few topics. So this should be taken care. Other than that, it was great learning, and I have enjoyed a lot. All the best. Hope these points will help you.
Thank you so much, Puneet, for sharing some great points that will be help us in our coming forward meeting. Now I would like to receive feedback from our physical guest. Anybody would like to come here and share? Yes.
Such a detailed discussions and such a detailed nitty-gritty of each and everything. I see all these things and it's a wow in comes out of my mind. I I'm feeling that if I could have joined this type of platform long back, then I could be more my career would be much higher than what I have today. कहते हैं कि किताबें पढ़नी चाहिए, मतलब knowledge is power. But I say that knowledge is available in this AI world. But how to express our knowledge, that is more important. What we can learn from here. We can express how we can, whatever we have in our mind, how we can express those things. एक शेयर मेरे mind में आ रहा है about the arrangement of this all these Toastmaster class. अगर मैं मुंसबर होता, मुंसबर बोलते हैं जज को, अगर मैं जज होता तो नंबर 100 में से 200 देता. मतलब जितनी यहाँ पे लोग हैं, लियाकत के अलग देता, जो नॉलेज अवेलेबल है, जो लोग हैं, नजाकत के अलग. मतलब जो एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं, लियाकत तो है ही है. तो उसको एक्सप्रेस करने का जो तरीका है, कैसे हम अपनी बात को कह सकते हैं, कैसे नीटी ग्रिटी, एवरीबॉडी हैज प्लेड हिज रोल. मतलब कि आज मैंने ये रोल प्ले करना है तो इतना ज्यादा डीपली करना है कि एवरीबॉडी कैन लर्न. मेरे को लगता है कि ये एमपी जो बनते हैं हमारे राज्यसभा में, संसद में, कैनॉट उनके लिए कंपल्सरी होना चाहिए भाई तेरे को 2 साल जो है वो टोस्ट क्लब का मेंबर होना बहुत जरूरी है. ओनली देन यू कैन participate in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for having you here, and we are looking forward to have you in our upcoming meeting as well. Anybody else who would like to share? Yes, please come and share your feedback.
It was a good meeting. I mean, I really enjoyed all the speakers, and I'm looking forward to have the upcoming sessions here with you as and when I'm here in Gurgaon. Yes, I really like the speech of Toastmaster Bhavesh. Thank you. And everyone, the kind of stories what you have portrayed. I mean, the way sir said, yeah, to express the stories, we all have stories actually. So it's if we learn to express them in a better way, our emotions and all everything. So yeah, we are the champ. So yeah, thank you.
Much for have you here. Anybody else who would like to? Yes.
Firstly, I just want to say we all have to applause to this team and for everyone. Everyone has done a good work, and I I have attended this Toastmaster meeting first time, and like the sir said, it's in all detailed how one speak, how much time he had spent on the stage, how he reacts, or the body posture. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for joining in. Now I would
Like Tarun would
Yes,
like to
come
say.
here.
Today's meeting was really nice, and I never felt the urge to watch the clock. I was so engrossed in the meeting. And earlier I did speak about relationships. Now I want to speak about it. That uh, we usually take relationships for granted, and the already established relationships which we have, we should always thank and be grateful for that. And I never been grateful. I have been grateful, but I never expressed it to my father. And now I want to express it that thank you for being my best friend and standing by my side. I also want to stand by your side always and make you proud of me. Thank you.
Happy to see such a lovely relationship here, son and daughter.
Oh,
Son and father. Yes, with that, I would like to announce our best role players today. So, for best auxiliary role player, we have timer Toastmaster Prateek, our counter Toastmaster Harsh, grammarian Toastmaster Vishal, and bookmaster Toastmaster Mayank. Any guesses who is the winner of this? Yes. So Toastmaster Mayank for the bookmaster. Next, we have a best table topic speaker between guest Puneet Mohan, guest Ramesh, guest Rahul, guest Abhinav.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another one was rapid round.
Okay, so who is the winner? Anybody can guess who is the winner of our table topic?
Yes. Ramesh, I believe.
No. Guest Anubhav.
Need to take a photograph.
Thank you. Next, we have best prepared speakers between Toastmaster Inshia and Toastmaster Bhavesh. Any guesses?
The most difficult.
Yes,
Difficult.
Toastmaster Bhavesh. Next, we have best speech evaluator between Toastmaster Vishal and Toastmaster Bhavna. Any guesses? Very difficult. Yes. Yes. Goes to Toastmaster Vishal. Next, we have best role player between the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Komal, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Vidusi, and General Evaluator, Toastmaster Anurag. Any guesses?
Anurag and Komal.
It's Toastmaster Anurag. Thank you everybody for joining in. Can we take a Zoom fee? Everybody can come here.
Yeah, or we can do one thing. Few can come here. Let me.
Same.
Yes.
The audience के लिए maybe is there any feedback for guest also?
Yes,
Feedback from your side, from your side. No, overall it was good. I think like we really appreciated the fact that you came for a physical meeting and then you also participated. So, in masters, we always want guests to feel comfortable and participate as much as possible, which I think was the case. So hoping to see you for future meetings as well.
फिट होना है.
We have one more laptop, na?
Click picture.
अच्छा तीन. Savan.
Savan, can you take?
Can you take a picture?
I can also try.
And please switch on your camera, Savan.
Savan, please.
So that you can also be a part of the picture.
Okay, I'm here. I also can take. Okay.
Done.
Okay. Yes. Done.
Thank you
Thank you,
everybody
Puneet.
for joining in.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you, Puneet. Thank you, Savan. Thank you everybody.